In today's video, you are going to learn how to create an NFT art collection of thousands of NFTs without having to be a graphic designer. We're going to go through all of the steps of using online tools to create an art collection or a NFT art that then we are going to replicate and generate with code to create thousands of unique art pieces. Then we are going to take these unique art pieces and upload them on Mint or OpenSea and sell them as an NFT art collection. Now, for this, you don't have to be a coder, you don't have to be a graphic designer, you don't have to have any fancy tools. This is all free, and we're going to walk through the entire process from the beginning until the end. If you haven't done so, subscribe right below, and let's start this video right away. So this is an example of art, or NFT art, that I have created and generated using this free method that I'm about to show you. Now this is an example of some of the pictures that I have made. Now the first thing that we have to do to create this kind of art, we should go to a page that is called Canva. So if you don't know about this page is going to allow you to create art or banners of all kinds of shapes and sizes. We're going to create a design, create a custom design. It is entirely free to sign up, and all of the features that we're going to use are entirely free. We're going to create a Canva that is 1000 by 1000. And after that, we are going to look for a mascot. So usually all of this art has a mascot, a cat, a dog, a person, something that we want to represent in our NFT art. So let's say that we want to look for maybe a shark. Let's find something maybe better looking, maybe like this shark right here. So this is going to be the first picture, and what we have to do after that, we have to replicate 1000 of these pictures. So we have to have combinations. We need to have a hat, a maybe a scarf, different teeth, different colors. So all kinds of different variations and combinations of this. Now this is how we can do it very easily and very quickly. Let's create a new page. Let's take this shark and let's just copy it. After that, we can go to edit image, and we can, for example, change the color of the shark. So we can maybe make it like this, and then let's add another page. Let's take the original shark and let's paste it in here. After that, let's add one more variety. Maybe let's change it to this color. And obviously you can fine-tune these and you can have them however you want. I actually like this this shark. This could actually turn out to be pretty nice. We could also do something a little bit more interesting. So if you remember the CryptoPunks are kind of pixelated art. So we could try to create pixelated art as well. Why not? Let's give it a try. So this could be our base image. Now the next thing that we have to do is we have to add some layers to this so that we can have more variations of our images. The more layers that we add to our image, the more variations we can generate and more unique these images can be. So remember that all of these have, for example, this is a collection on OpenSea on different NFT art that I was checking out previously. All of these have different values, but that is also based on their rarity regarding the items that they have, and yeah, basically the items that they have. So we can see the properties. These are the different properties that this character has. So he could be relatively rare. So that's the same thing, same concept that we are going to be going on with our design. So let's add our first layer. So the first layer, we could add a hat. So let's search for a hat, and we have different hats. I think this could be a nice looking hat. So let's copy this hat and let's try it out on our shark. So it could be something like this that actually looks pretty decent. So if we kind of copy it onto all of the sharks, we could see what it looks like inside of all of the sharks. So as you can see here, it's looking pretty cool. Here it might not look pretty cool, but it doesn't matter. We'll keep it like this. This is just an experiment. Afterwards, we can change all of our pictures. So, all right, so I think that's the first layer that we are going to use. So we are going to cancel this hat and paste it right here. So this is going to be the location of our hat. Now let's add another layer. Keep in mind that all of these layers are going to be transparent. So when they are going to be put on top of each other with some code that I'm going to show you where to download and how to use, they're going to look like an image. All right, so let's add one more hat maybe. How about we add this hat right here? So there is truly lots of different options that we can choose from. So I think maybe something like this could look pretty decent on our shark. All right, so this is looking pretty nice. And we're going to call this collection also the crypto shark. So all right, so we got our second layer. Let's go all the way down here and let's paste our hat. Now let's do the same thing with a few more hats. So I'm going to fill out, create another couple of layers, and I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right, so now we have a couple of layers that we can already create our art. So what are we going to do to put all of these pictures together? Obviously, you can use this tool and you can just copy and paste the, so let's say, for example, I could take this image, this hat, this chain, and also this, and come back up here to this, take the hat as well, paste it right here, and I could already download it and save it, and that could be already a piece of art. However, we need 10,000 or more or less, but we need many of these, and we also want them randomly generated, and we also want many more layers than what we have right now. So what are we going to do? We are going to use a little bit of code, but we're not going to use any code. We are going to use the code that somebody else wrote. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to go to this link right here. I have included a link down in the description below. This is going to be a GitHub repository. So here you're going to find some code. It's not going to be very complicated. If you don't have an account here, you don't have to create one. You can just download this file, no problem. The next thing that you have to do is you have to download two more things. Well, one more thing definitely, but the other thing, which is going to be a studio editor, it's not entirely necessary. So we are going to download this file right here. The next thing that we have to download is this, node.js. So install the latest, not the latest version, but you can install the recommended for most user version. So all you have to do is just click and install it. It's extremely simple. The last thing that you need to do to run that code that we have seen is called Visual Studio. So this is nothing more than a add that is going to allow us to read properly and clearly everything that we have in the file from Hashlips that we have downloaded. So download this, install it, and let's get started. So I'm going to open my Visual Studio. And after that, I'm going to open the folder where I have extracted Hashlips. So in my example, I have extracted it right here. So you're going to select this folder. So by default, the folder is going to look like this when you first open it. The only file that should put your hands on is going to be in here, right here in the source, in the config.js. So in this file, there are a couple of things that I want to tell you about that are going to be used to compile all of our pictures together. So first of all, we are going to be running our art on the Ethereum network. So this right here says that we're going to be running our art on the Ethereum network. If we want to add anything else, we can add the Solana network as well. So this is some basic information for the metadata for the Ethereum network, like the name, the description, and a IPFS hosted website, which I don't have one. But I will be creating one, and I'll be making a video about that as well because I find it extremely interesting. After that, you'll have your Solana metadata. So a couple of things here that you should know. This right here refers to the amount that is going when your crypto asset gets traded on OpenSeas or on Mint. This is going to be the revenue that you're going to make out of each sale or out of each trade, even once you have traded away your asset. Then you can add a link to whatever you want and your address to your Solana wallet. So this is my address, and this is also the share that I will be getting 100% on this wallet. We can add multiple wallets and share the amount between multiple wallets. After that comes the interesting part. Now we have to compile all of our pictures. So let's go back. Let's go back to our browser that is actually right here. So we have our sharks, and now we have to download all of this. So let's download this. We're going to download it as a PNG and a transparent background. Now I have this is a premium feature that I have enabled because I have subscribed to a 7-day free trial just to download my images. After the 7-day free trial, I will not be needing this anymore. So let's download all of these files and let's generate our images. So the files are being downloaded, and let me show you something else. So while the files are being downloaded, let's continue walking through the code that we're going to be using to create all of the different images that we have. So if you don't see something similar to mine, click on config and then also go to view and click on terminal right here. By clicking on terminal right here, this part should open over here. So you're going to have looking something like this. So it's going to be your path folder and the main configuration. The first commands that you should write is npm build. We are not going to use the npm build, we are going to use the npm install command. So let's go on the npm install command and let's click npm install. This is going to install all of the different libraries that we need, and it's going to allow us to start working on this. So everything is done. So what we should do right now is we should go to our config file that we were checking out previously and fine-tune a couple of things. Well, the first thing that we can do is we can try this out and see if it works. So to do that, we have to type in node index.js and click enter. This is going to generate 5 pictures. The 5 is the number right here. So 5 pictures were generated. Let's go into our folder, go into the build images, and here we see that 5 images were generated. These are default images that came with the extension library. Now we're going to put our images in here and generate the mascot and art or icon that we have. So let's go into the layers, and here we see that we have different layer names and layers. Now these layers are exactly like the layers over here. Keep in mind that these layers are also sequential, so background or eyeball goes on top of background, eye color on top of the eyeball, iris on top, and so on. So let's rename our layers and let's use the layers that we have. So we have a background. We also have a shark. So that is going to be our next layer. After that, we have a chain, I believe. And then we also have like an accessory or a gun. I'm just going to call it a gun just for example purposes, just to keep things simple. So let's delete everything that we don't read right now. We have a background, a chain, a goo, and a shark, a gun and a shark. Awesome. So those are our layers. Right here in this code, we should rename it just like this. So we have a shark here, and we have a chain here. We also have a hat, I think. Chain, hat, and gun. All right, we need one more. We need one more folder, and in this folder we're going to call it hat. So let's clean out all of these folders. We don't need any of this. We're going to be using the pictures that we have downloaded. So let's empty all of the folders out. We have all of the different pictures. Now keep in mind one thing, we have to make sure that the naming convention for our pictures is slightly different than this. So I mentioned that there is a rarity factor in the different pictures. To add a rarity factor, we need to add a hash symbol, and then from 0 or from 1 until 100 the rarity of this item. So this is going to be 90% of the time is going to happen, and so on and so on. So let me rename all of the different items. So this is going to be shark 2, this is going to be a very rare shark, this is a shark 3, and this is going to be 50% of occurrences, and this is going to be the most rare shark of all with only 1% of occurrences. We also need to make sure that the namings is the same for all of our sharks, shark 3, shark 4, and then we are going to do the same thing with hats. So this is going to be a hat, and we're going to do the same with the other hats as well. Now that we have renamed all of our files, we can also download all of them again. Now this time they should have the right naming convention so that we can transfer them onto our inside of our different layers. So these are different layers where we are going to transfer all of the files that we're going to download, that we have downloaded right now. So let's check this out right here. These are all different files. Now let's take the gun and let's move it in here. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, if we try out our code, it should generate the different pictures that we have added. So we have an issue. We forgot to rename all of these files. We did, but we forgot to save our file. So let's try this one more time and see what happens. So it did work. Let's open the our folder. So if we go back and we go into the main folder, this is going to be a new folder, and in here we have our different shark images. So right here we have this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy as well. So this is how we have generated all of these files very easily, very quickly. Now the next step would be to upload all of these NFTs to OpenSea or Mint. But if we, for example, create 500 right here or 5,000 of these images, we will need an automated way to upload all of these to OpenSea. In the next video, I will be showing you how to use automation to upload all of these NFTs to an OpenSea's account. If you have any questions, make sure to ask them down below, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Let's finally, as a final tip before the end of this video, I'm just going to walk you through all of the remaining configuration inside of this file. A couple of suggestions: you should make this size 1000 instead of 512, just so that your picture is nice and crisp. So 1000 and 1000. Also, we can generate we are also going to set this to false, while we can leave it at true right now. We can also generate GIFs as well. So a couple of things that I would suggest you do. If you go back to the page where we have downloaded this, all of the details and the information about the different parameters and how to fine-tune it is available on this site right here, and you will be able to fine-tune your art however you need. So if we let's just do this final example. We've added 500 sharks, crypto sharks. So let's generate 500 crypto sharks and see what they look like. Let's go and let's see them generating. Here they are. So some have some unique features, some have some other unique features. Those are based on the rarity that we have created. So here are our crypto sharks. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your favorite crypto shark? Is it the one with the pirate hat or the one with the red hat? But anyways, apart from this and apart from the jokes, really ask me your questions below. Let me know what are your favorite crypto projects and crypto NFTs that you are following right now. And let me also know what you would like to see a video about next. Next, I will be creating the video about automation and how to upload to OpenSea, but I am waiting and for what you would suggest. So this has stopped at 290 because it has finished all of the different combinations that we have. Thank you so much for watching. This is the NFT champion, and I will see you in the next one.